Let's go ahead and get this thing going. So we are going to be continuing on the topic, as I previously mentioned, that of for sale by owners and for rent by owners. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be breaking it down. So thank you guys for being here on time. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to grace my presence with you in your morning. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So we are going to be talking about, again, of course, for sale by owners and for rent by owners. So yesterday, we were talking about creating some focal points. And what do I mean by focal points? There's focal point number one, and there's Lizette. So welcome, Lizette. So the focal points that we were talking about is two primary focal points. What do I mean by this? What I basically mean is you want to be able to be in a position when you identify for sale by owners, or for that matter, for rent by owners, or even expires. It's pretty synonymous. You want to, in focal point number one, is you want to identify your top three zip codes. Okay, what are your top three zip codes? These are the ones that I ideally would like to work, service, and go after and get a bunch of business. Focal point number two is going to be that of your top three cities. Why is there a difference? Well, it's going to be subject to with what's going on in the market. Okay, the market is fluctuating. The market is definitely moving in the direction. It's right at the buyer's market. Okay, we're on average, I think we were about 42 days on market. We're probably closer to about 50, 55 days on market. Actually, I haven't even ran the numbers. So let's that remind me about running those numbers today. So the buyer's market is here. It's pretty much here, whether it's a technicality, but we're already there. So because of that, for sale by owners, do they need us more now? Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So 6 months ago, when we talked about this before, did they need us then? Sort of, kind of, not really. I'm good. I appreciate it, Robert. Waiting 2 weeks and I got a couple of offers. But in today's market, even well-priced listings are having a little bit of a challenge. Okay. It's not super duper crazy. It's not like bad. It's not horrendous. I'm not trying to paint that picture, but it is a slower market. Buyers are taking advantage of it. They are offering reduced pricing. They are asking for closing costs. Agents are capitalizing because you should be getting 3%, if not at least 2.5% on every single offer that's being submitted. Okay, which is going to bring me to a completely another point. I'm not going to go into a tangent, but when this whole what's it called, the NAR lawsuit about the commissions, we haven't seen any part of a change. I mean, it's like maybe a 1, 2, or 3% in a sense change. Maybe some markets a 5% change. But when it starts to become a seller's market, we haven't felt that full effect of the buyer's agent's compensation. Meaning right now we're getting away with it. As you're representing a buyer, you can get away with the, hey, if you want me to submit you an offer, you got to pay me 2.5%, or preferably 3%. And even some agents are asking for even 4%. And they get away with it. But when the market starts to turn and you're now dealing with multiple offers, we haven't thought about this yet because we haven't dealt with that part. Is it going to be easier or harder to then ask for a full 3% commission, or even 2%? Or heck, I got 10 offers. I don't need to pay any commission. You have your buyer pay you commission. Okay. So we haven't seen that part yet. So in this, with what we're talking about with for sale by owners, we need to capitalize in this window. And we want to be in a position where when we get listings, or I'm sorry, for sale by owners in that focal point, you need to make it a priority to go out and knock on those doors. You need to carve out a time, a window where you look at it in your schedule, when you're going to go and knock on those doors. So Shelly asked that question yesterday. Do we do it right after, the morning prospecting? You want to do it right around lunchtime. So you should do that right in that 11 to 2-ish window. You get through, you do your prospecting as you're supposed to. And then once you're done with your morning prospecting routine, that's when you go knock on those doors. Expireds, for sale by owners. I have a cute little saying, and it's basically knock on 2 doors a day, keeps the creditors away. Some of you are dealing with a little bit of this right now. Oh, shoot. It's August 6th. I have not paid my rent. I have not paid my mortgage. I haven't made my car payments. I haven't technically really been extensively late, but I don't know where my next commission is. And some of you find yourselves in that position. So I'm trying to equip you guys in the best, strongest position possible so that you can capitalize on getting more listings. So going back to focal point 1, focal point 2, let's talk about the mindset of a for sale by owner. Okay, so let me get a little bit of participation. So Gabby, thank you for joining us this morning. Shelly, Lizette's here. And if you guys are, of course, those of you that are on Instagram, those of you on YouTube, those of you guys are over on Facebook, I'm going to encourage you to come join us over here on Zoom. But the question is, what do we think about for sale by owners? And you can type it in. What do we think about them? Okay. Any sort of anything. Let me get a vocal from any of you. What do we think about for sale by owners?
Well, for my experience, when I used to do those, oh my gosh, it was difficult. They don't want to pay anything. They want to capitalize up every single penny. They don't want to pay for agents. They don't want to pay repairs. They don't want
Greedy.
to pay anything.
Greedy.
Yes,
So they're greedy. What else?
That's the word.
Well, how else can we label them besides greedy? Who else? What else?
It's a bad word, so.
Bad words. How about basically know-it-alls? Okay. Do they act like they know it all? Okay. They are they're slimy. They are they're liars. They are unrealistic. They're of course opportunistic, as Shelly is throwing some of those in there. Okay. These people are basically the bottom of the barrel of sellers. What do you think they think about us though? Right? It's a two-way street. And I want you guys to understand this because the exact same thing. We're greedy.
Yeah.
Okay. We're opportunistic. We're unrealistic. Okay. We're hard to work with. We think we know it all. So when you're dealing with anybody ever go to a party or anybody ever go to a hangout or anybody ever be in that social environment where it kind of feels like personalities clash, like, oh my gosh, I don't like this person. Yeah. And that's in a nutshell with what goes on with a lot of for sale by owners. And that's in a nutshell with what goes on with you. So how do we overcome that? We have to understand their mindset. And in that mindset, I want to be able to describe to you with what they go through. This is just kind of course, a general example. This isn't like, oh my gosh, I've done studies of millions of for sale by owners and this is 100% factual, but I don't think I'm too far off. In that first week with a for sale by owner, they're like, look, hey, I got this. I don't need you, right? I got my beautiful signs. I took pictures. I did everything I need to. I don't need you. That second week they're on the market. Hey, Robert, I already told you, I got this. Stop bothering me. It's annoying. I've already had 50, 100, 250 agents call me. I don't need you guys. If you have a buyer, bring them by. Maybe I'll pay you 1% or 2%. And that's what they give us. And that third week is look, hey, Robert, I'm sure I got this. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm sure I got this. And then in that fourth week is like, well, I think I got this. A little bit of doubt starts to creep in because they're 30 days into it. That confidence that they had at the beginning is no longer there. And then you get to that fifth week. And in that fifth week, you now find they find themselves in this position where I hope I got this. Man, it's been a little over a month. I hear about the interest rates. I hear about the market slowing down. Man, I hope I got this. And then that sixth week is, man, I don't think I really have this. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. That seventh week, they get into I know I don't got this. I'm almost 2 months. I need to start looking for somebody. And in that eighth week is like, okay, I got to hire somebody. That's a typical process of the mindset of a for sale by owner. And we don't think about that. Now, the reason I break that down is because everything I just described is over the course of 6 to 8 weeks. And every single last person that I've ever worked with, either as a coaching client or as a peer that has done high level successes of for sale by owner business, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus deals a year from for sale by owners, this is where we know we're going to capitalize in that 6th, 7th, 8th week. Okay. Dan Mum, a good friend of mine, we broke this down previously. He says, yeah, most of my for sale by owners are right around that 5th or 7th week. Okay. Jeff Leslie, same exact thing. When I call it for sale by owners, usually it's right around that 6th, 7th, 8th week. We're all pretty much synonymous in this. Now, everything I just described can happen over the course of 2 to 4 weeks. Everything I just described with another person can happen over the course of 10, 12, 15 weeks. The point is that there is this trajectory of their mindset. You guys understand what I'm getting at? And why is this important? The reason why this is important is because what do? We call them on day 1, day 2, day 3. or that very first week or that second week, and I'm giving them a call, Mr. and Mrs. For Sale by Owner. Hey, it's Robert. I'm an amazing realtor. I can help you. I have a great track record. I can do this. I can do that. All this other stuff. Who cares? 25 years, 2,500, that has nothing to do with me. 2,500 transactions. Who gives a damn if you were the number one agent? Okay. You go down Vegas Boulevard, everybody's number one everything. Who cares? They don't care. And then what do? We get discouraged. We don't call them back. So we have to create a system that is going to allow us to be opportunistic. We have to create a system that's going to allow us the opportunity to be able to build that relationship. How many of you guys want more for sale by owners? Okay. Basically, everybody should be raising their hands. Okay. That's why we're here. I'm going to give you one golden nugget. And the one golden nugget of right now is, if you want more for sale by owners, do not, under any circumstances, do this activity. Do not do this activity. Don't prepare a CMA packet and drop it off. I know a lot of you guys do that, and I get it. Some of you are like, but Robert, I've taken listings like that before. I understand. Okay. But that's not the best way to do it. Because what do you think they're doing with that CMA? They're breaking it down. No way. Am I going to list it for this price? Robert's wanting to charge 6% commission. What is this guy, an idiot? And then we're sitting there dropping off thinking it's all cute, and we're investing an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We're investing $100 in some of you guys' cases. I've seen these things that you guys drop off. And then you go and drop it off to a for sale by owner, and you sit there and like, yes, hopefully I can go ahead and get that for sale by owner. And then I tell people, and I've had this conversation, sometimes arguments, and they go, but Robert, I took 4 listings last year from for sale by owners like this. Good, awesome. How much commissions did you make? Well, on this one, I took 1%. On that one, I took 2%. On this one, I took 1%. And on that one, I did get a 3%. Great. How much money did you make? Well, I made about $40,000 in commissions. Nice. Good for you. Congratulations. How much time, energy, and effort did you end up putting into regarding all of that? Well, it's usually about an hour or two a day. I'm spending about 50 to 60, 70 bucks on each one. I'm doing 2, 3, 5 of these a day. And over the course of the year, they invest, let's say, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's basically 10 hours over the course of, let's say, even 40 weeks, 400 hours that they invested in this. Plus, financially, they invested probably another $1,000 a month, $12,000. So when it's all said and done, that person ended up netting maybe $28,000. But nope, they didn't. Because what did they do? They invested 400 hours in this activity. And when it's all said and done, they sat there and they ended up making a whopping, after Uncle Sam, they ended up making $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. You guys see what I'm getting at? So I don't want you doing this activity. So I understand some of you are going to argue with me about this, and it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Okay. I've had years where I'll share with you the negatives about this with what I've done. It took me 4 years. 4 years to get my first for sale by owner. 4 years to get my first for sale by owner. Am I proud of that? Absolutely not. Why am I sharing that with you? Because some of you will go after for sale by owners and you'll do that for a week or two, a month or two, maybe a year, and you don't get anything and then you stop. Why am I sharing that with you? Because if I would have stopped going after for sale by owners over the course of the rest of the 21 plus years that I've been in the business, I would have left behind about 400 transactions with for sale by owners. And besides that, when I started going after them, I was 22 years old. I had no clue. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to go after them. And I'm going after the 55, 60, 65-year-old established person. And here's this young buck like, hey, I can help you. I didn't know what I was doing. But I share that with you for a couple of reasons, because I want you to understand that it is going to take some time for some of you. Okay? I've had the good fortune, for example, I don't know if Sean's here, but Sean shows up every once in a while. Okay. Sean, I'm sure he doesn't mind me sharing this, but Sean's been in the business for about 5 years. And in 4 years, he had not taken a for sale by owner after doing his best efforts. And this year alone, we're in August, he's taken 4 for sale by owners by everything we worked on. Is that a lot? No, not really. But if he gets in a position where he can now add 8 to 10 deals to his bottom line because of this particular source, well, it's not too shabby. That's about $150,000 based on the market that he's at. I don't want you guys giving up. I just need you guys to create a system that we're going to continue to break down. So let me open it up to the audience because I'm going to give a couple more points. I want to break down the script a little bit. And then Lizette, I don't know if you have any insights or anything you want me to share with the audience based on some of my rants from time to time.
I think you covered it. Just basically understanding the characteristic of that particular person or that avatar, right? So I think you broke it down pretty easily.
Yeah. So any questions that I can address from the audience, please feel free to go ahead and address them. Now, let me ask a question and type it in or go ahead and ask it. But let me ask a question to the audience. How many of you are afraid to go after for sale by owners? Oh, that's a tough one. Okay. I know. I get it. I understand. It is a little bit challenging going after the big, hairy, audacious monster. Okay. Now, why is it challenging? Why do we not go after for sale by owners? Anybody?
I think that because we know that it's hard. They're hard,
Yeah.
you know, and they're going to have a lot of questions and objections, and can never pronounce the word well. And I don't know if we really want to work in that. I don't know.
Gabby, what's your first language?
Spanish.
Okay, I didn't want to assume. So I know we know each other, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
As far as Spanish is concerned, you're going to go and knock on some doors, and I get this. This is what's going to happen. You're going to knock on a door. Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm a local realtor. Reason I'm stopping by is slam. Another door. Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm a local realtor. Just want to see if I could be of some help. Slam. And you go to that third door. Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm a local realtor, and just want to see if I could be of any help. So.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What that is.
What?
Oh my God.
Is that
All right. So moving on. So,
okay.
All right. For those of you guys that are on YouTube, you guys missed out on a great opportunity. So we were talking about for sale by owners, and yeah, somebody was offering some services.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's make sure that person doesn't come on again. All right. Anyways, lost my train of thought. So what's going to end up happening? You're going to go to door number 4, the exact same thing. And what's going to end up happening is, hi, my name is Gabby. I'm a local realtor. And they're going to say, well, what is it that you do? Well, I do this, I do that, I do this other stuff. Nope, not interested. Then you go to the next door. Hi, my name is Gabby. Well, you can stay in touch, but we're not really looking to list right now. And then you do that after 10 doors. You're going to get 1 or 2 people that are going to sit there and say, hey, well, let's stay in touch. Did you get anything? Nope. Did you set an appointment? Nope. Did you get a contract signed? Nope. But then you do it the next week. You go to another 10 doors, and then you follow up with the people that you knocked on this week. And then the next week, you get another 1, 2, or 3, 4 people. But now one of the people from this week says, hey, you know what? We've been on the market now for the last 2 weeks. We may consider looking at interviewing agents. I'm not committing to anything, but I just want to let you know if we don't get our home sold by this weekend, because we got to get to San Diego by September 1st, we may be looking to interview agents. And then you go interview for the job, and you don't get the contract signed. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. But what's going to happen is going to be this basically avalanche. It's going to be this snowball effect. And what will end up happening over the course of 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you're going to get some people that are going to be able to relate to you. You speak amazing Spanish. When you're going to go out there, you're going to speak to some Latinos. You're going to speak to some people that say, you know what? The other 6 agents that stopped by, you're the only 1 or 2 agents that actually spoke Spanish and knows how to speak Spanish. Okay. My point in with what I'm trying to make is you're going to have to go out there. Anybody know the rule of 10,000? Rule of 10,000 is you do anything 10,000 times. This is out of a book. This isn't a Robertism. You do anything out, it's basically out of the book. You do anything 10,000 times, you become a master of it. Now, the reason I shared that with you specifically, Gabby, as you mentioned, because everybody has a concern, and this is not specifically to you, Gabby, but everybody has a concern. Everybody's nervous. One of the things I was mentioning with Giselle here on Instagram, thank you for that, is better scripts and objections. And that's going to happen. But over the course of time, the first 100 is going to suck. Hi, my name is Robert. I'm a local realtor, and I help for sale by owners. And I was wondering if I could be of some help. No? Well, here's my card. Nothing. The next 100. Hi, my name is Robert. I'm a local realtor, and I help a lot of for sale by owners. And I was wondering if I could be of some help. No? Here's my card. Fast forward. I keep doing that. 6 months from now. Hi, my name is Robert. I'm a local realtor. And the reason I stopped by is I help a lot of for sale by owners like yourself. And I was wondering how I can be of some assistance. Oh, no? Okay, great. Well, tell me a little bit about your home. What is it that your home offers? I work with a lot of for sale by owners and I'd love the opportunity to be of some help. By the way, when you sell this place, where are you guys moving to? Oh, San Diego. Wow, that's a pretty exciting. What's taking you guys down to San Diego? Family. That's awesome. Who in your family is most excited about you guys making this move? Your mom, your brother? Okay, great. Well, what are you guys looking forward to when you get down to San Diego? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Spending more time with mom. How often do you see mom, by the way? Yeah, 2, 3 times a year. How does mom feel about you guys making the move? I get it. Now, what about time frame? How soon are you guys wanting to get out there? No rush? Yeah, I get it. I understand. Just basically when the home sells, right? Blah, 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 blah. I know I can be of some help to you. I'd love the opportunity to sit down and kind of, explore the options. And I get it. I understand. You've had plenty of realtors that have actually approached you about this, but I'd love the opportunity to be of some help. And if I can, great. If not, that's okay. I just need about 15, 20 minutes to share with you with what it is that I do to sell homes. By the way, are you familiar with the techniques that I use? You're not? Hey, not a problem. I don't mind sharing it with you. Do you want to do it today? I can do it now. Or you know what? I don't mind. I can come by tomorrow. What works better for you? Tomorrow? Perfect. Awesome. And then I pre-qualify. But you can't get there unless you start. I'm going to go ahead and share the script now. I'm going to go through a quick little role play. I promise everybody we're going to get better with role play. Lizette, if you do us the honors of being that for sale by owner and just make it simple. We don't want to make it too complicated because I want to be able to get through it, which I can. Okay. All right, so here we go. So I'm doing it over the phone. Here we go. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, Lizette.
Yeah.
Hi, Lizette. My name is Robert. I'm a local realtor. I was calling about the home for sale. You're the owner, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, I help a lot of for sale by owners. And I was just wondering, when you sell this home, where exactly are you guys moving to next?
Oh, we're moving to San Diego.
Okay, cool. Awesome. What part of San Diego are you guys
Mhm.
moving to?
Yeah. Well, we haven't quite decided. My husband's, going through a job transfer right now. So once this home sells, we'll kind of decide as to where we're going. But it's pretty flexible right now.
Got it. So you're just trying to get out to San Diego and be out in that vicinity. And you mentioned because of
Yeah.
your husband's job?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have to report there physically?
Yes,
Uh,
but we have some time.
okay, cool. How soon are you
So
guys needing to be there?
uh by the end of this year.
Okay, yeah, you do have some time. So that's great. You guys are in a great position. Now, if you were to get your home sold in the next 30 days, would that be a pro or would that be a con for you guys?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we have it on the market, so we're ready to go. It's just
Mhm.
yeah, we're ready to go.
Cool. Awesome. That's great. So you guys are ready to make this move. Now, is as far as the selling of the home and getting over to the next one, the home in San Diego, do you guys already have an agent that's going to be helping you there, by the way?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, perfect. So you got everything lined up. You just got to get this home sold. Is that what I'm hearing?
Right.
Okay, perfect. Now, when you get out there, what are you looking forward to?
Well, the weather. Yeah, we've been here
Mhm,
for a while and
mhm.
we're just ready to have some nice cool summers. So,
Okay, nice. Yeah, absolutely. I totally get that and I can appreciate that. Now, anybody else besides you and your husband that's making the move out there?
just the kids.
Okay. Are you guys going to be moving schools as well, or they're not in school yet?
Oh, yeah, they're gonna be moving schools too.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, the schools out there are definitely some great school districts that are out there. So let me ask you, as far as your motivation to move on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being we absolutely have to get out there, how would you rate your move?
Well, right now we're at a 5. I mean, we're
Mm,
not in a complete rush. He's
okay.
still waiting on his job, but
Okay.
I mean, we'd like to be there as soon as possible.
Okay. Got it. So you're about a 5, not really in a dire rush. You do eventually need to make your way out there. What would make it a 10 though?
Well, if he gets his where we're going to be going to
Uh,
sooner rather than later, then we'll have a decision. But
okay.
right now we're not in a rush. We're just trying to get as much as we can for the home.
Good. Awesome. You guys are in a great position. So basically, not in a rush. However, if he does get his assignment, you guys will have to make that move a little bit sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. So share with me a little bit about the marketing of your home. What are you guys doing to market your home now?
Well, I used to be an agent,
Uh-huh.
and I mean, we have it pretty much everywhere,
Okay.
on Facebook, on Zillow, and
Okay.
yeah, we're pretty much, I think we're okay.
Okay. How long you guys been on market now?
For about 2 weeks.
Okay, so not too bad. How much traction have you guys gotten in the last 2 weeks?
A few showings here and there,
Okay, got it. Any
but
offers?
we're in conversations, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you probably have gotten a lot of realtors, investors, and tire kickers so far, huh?
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. What price are you asking, by the way?
560.
Yeah, yeah, okay, 560. That's not a bad price. How'd you guys come up with that price, by the way?
Well, I have a couple realtor friends
Okay.
also, and so we just kind of went with what we thought.
Okay, got it. So you used to do real estate, you have a little bit of that background, you have some other realtors that helped you with some of those numbers. So you're in a great position. Now, I am curious though, you're obviously aware of the fact what's going on in the market right now with buyers, correct?
I mean, yeah, I somewhat.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little bit slower, unfortunately. Are you in a position, prepared to adjust your price down when working with that buyer?
Well, not really. We
Uh,
definitely need to make the most that we can on the
Okay.
home before we make a move.
Mm,
So right now we're gonna stick to our price.
sure, absolutely. So trying to get that 560 as much as you possibly can. I am curious. You did mention as far as other realtors, yourself. Why did you decide to sell yourself rather than list with a real estate agent?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't think we could just do it. We could post it online, and
Okay.
I mean, right now we're getting some showings.
Okay.
So yeah.
Got it. Okay. So you guys just basically, just wanted to go ahead and give it a shot, see exactly with whether or not you can actually get this home sold. But if you were to list, which agent would you list with?
Well, I mean, like I said, we have some realtor friends.
Okay.
But yeah, right now we're just gonna stick to it on our own
Okay.
for a little while.
So you're going to try it on your own. You have some realtor options. It's definitely great. Now, if you were to list, what would you expect the agent to do to get your home sold?
Well, if I were to list,
Mhm.
well, I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
not sure yet.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Is there a certain amount of time you'll take before you would even consider interviewing an agent for the job of selling it?
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be a couple more weeks.
Uh,
Where we're gonna see. We have a few more showings set up. So we don't know.
Okay, got it. And then let's stop right there for the sake of time. So in here, all of a sudden, Lizette just makes a hard right turn. Hey, look, if you got a buyer, if you know of somebody, feel free to bring them by. We're just not interested. We're not ready. Like I mentioned, I have friends, all this other stuff. I'm not in a rush. I get all of that other negativity. Not a problem. What do I do at this point? Do I give up? No, I don't want you giving up. Because with what's going to happen is I'm going to follow up, which was what we'll talk about tomorrow when we follow up what we talk about. And when I follow up next week, we don't have to role play this. So, Lizette, hey, it's Robert, the realtor. You and I spoke last week, or preferably I went by, introduced myself, so on and so forth. But let's say I didn't stop by. She's too far. I'm just going to follow up. Lizette, hey, it's Robert, the realtor. You and I spoke last week. I'm going to pick up with where we left off last. That's all I'm going to do. Now, you mentioned San Diego. Did you guys get a chance to think a little bit further where in San Diego that you were wanting to? Now, you mentioned to me as far as kids are concerned, I think you said two. Okay. What are their ages of the kids? So I'm going to go back and get a little bit more in depth in regards to that. Are we on the same page? That's all I'm trying to do is just move the conversation forward. Let's say I didn't get anywhere. Let's say I only got to question number two. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Next week, I'm going to pick up with where I left off. My point is you're going to go through the entire for sale by owner script, and you're also going to go through the entire prequel. Okay. That's all you're trying to do is fill in that gap. Okay. So, any questions in closing before we wrap this up? Anything else? Any further thoughts? Was that anything of anything? No? All right. So, just a reminder. Okay. So, don't go yet. Today, 12 o'clock, Frank Donnelly is going to do us the honor of breaking down the listing presentation. Okay. Not so much of role playing it. It's going to be the what do we do in the listing presentation? How do we prepare for the listing presentation? How do we get better in the listing presentation? Okay. So that's the thing that we're going to go over. Frank's going to go over in detail today at 12 o'clock. And then don't forget, tomorrow, we're going to be here at the exact same time. And then for those of you that are on YouTube, those of you guys that are over on Instagram, you guys missed out a great show. Okay. So We had some 30 seconds of awkward entertainment. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate for those of you guys that did see and didn't appreciate that. Trust me, I didn't appreciate it either. So, all right, everybody. So yeah, there we go. Sometimes, gets the blood flowing. So let's, I'll see you guys later today at 12 o'clock. Okay. Let's have an amazing one. Let's go take a list singer 5. See you guys then. Bye-bye.